Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 6th through the 12th. We're going to jump right on in here and see what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be a general reading for finances, career, family, spiritual connection, friendships, blockage removal, healing, anything that comes up, guys. I'm going to do the love reading separately, so if you check back Sunday night and Monday night, all the love readings will be posted, or you could hit subscribe and notification, and you'll get a notice when those are up. But let's see what's happening in all the other important areas of your life. There's your card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Cancer. Wednesday, Thursday for Cancer. All right, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Cancer. Alrighty, there we are. Okay, so, all right, Cancer, you've got 5 of Wands coming up for your Monday, Tuesday. This looks like Stephen Colbert on the right. I don't know who that is on the left. I guess it doesn't look like him close up, but from far away, it kind of looks like him. So, Monday, Tuesday, you've got 5 of Wands. So, there could be some disagreements, some competition that's happening. For some of you, I don't know why, but I feel like this is something with a sibling or a relative. I'm getting a sense or a feeling of sibling rivalry. So I don't know if something is happening where you've got somebody who's kind of antagonizing you or making you feel like they're doing better than you are, or they're further along in life than you are. There could be something that's happening. And for some of you, maybe it's not someone in your family. It could be a coworker, it could be a frenemy. It could be, God forbid, but a romantic partner who's trying to, like, you know, make you feel bad and compare you to some other person. But I just kind of feel like the message that's coming for you, Cancer, with this card is don't get pulled in. Don't get roped into it. Because I feel like this person sees that you're doing really well right now, and they're trying to get inside your head to distract you and to trip you up. Honestly, I'm sorry to say that, but that's what it feels like to me. I feel like somebody sees that you're progressing, that things are going well in your life, and they're just trying to come in and take like real estate in your mind, so that they're distracting you, or they're tripping you up, or they're making you nervous in some way. It feels like a little bit of a mind game. Okay, so be especially cautious if it's somebody at work or a coworker. I mean, obviously, if that person didn't see you as a threat, they wouldn't be trying to convince you that they're better than you. You know, there's something about you that they want to get inside your head and trip you up so that they can advance, because they don't really maybe believe in their skills or their abilities enough to have trust or to have faith that they're going to be able to beat you fair and square. So there seems to be a little bit of like a mind game energy here. Okay, and this isn't coming up like as a negative way, it's just coming up as a heads up, like just be careful, just be cautious. Some of you Cancers are being asked to take a look at what is not that important that's getting in the way of the important things for you. So if you've got some goals where you're feeling frustrated because you want certain things to have happened by now and they're not happening, take a look at where your time and energy is going. Okay, take a look and maybe do some prioritizing. Some of you have competing goals that are just kind of becoming a little burdensome. So for some of you, this is a good time to do some prioritizing. Your Wednesday, Thursday is 7 of Pentacles. All right, my dears. So this is going to be lots and lots of hard work. And so some of it can be very tiring. You are going to receive fruits for your labor, but it takes time. And that's what 7 of Pentacles wants to remind you of, okay? If you're growing some flowers, they might come up in a couple of weeks. But if you're growing a strong oak tree that's going to live for hundreds of years and withstand storms, that's going to take some time to grow. It might not be overnight. So, especially if you've got somebody kind of in your head or antagonizing you, give yourself credit for where you are right now and have realistic expectations of yourself. And understand and know that no matter how hard you work, no matter how much energy you put into something, after a certain point, you have to wait. You have to wait and give something time to return the profit. So maybe in that wait time, in that downtime, maybe start another crop, maybe start another project, but you're going to have to be patient. It makes no sense to get upset with yourself. You may be dying for a chocolate cake, and you may like go out and get the best ingredients, like really quality ingredients, and you may do a really great job, putting it together in some fancy way and mixing it up and pouring it in the pan and putting it in the oven. And then you're like, I want this to hurry up. I want this to be done already. I'm going to turn the oven up all the way. What's going to happen? Right? So if you're someone who cooks or bakes, you know that if you turn the oven up all the way, it's going to burn on the outside, it's going to be raw on the inside. You're not going to be able to eat it, and all the hard work goes to waste. So, well, party time. I don't know if the camera picked up on that. In a car driving by, blasting dance music, foreign dance music. So if you guys are really putting this kind of pressure on yourself, it's not realistic. Okay, there's, no matter how hard you work, you can't bypass the laws of physics. You can't bypass the laws of time and physics and science, right? You need to be realistic with your expectations. So you're not lazy if you take a break, right? If you sit down and read a book or play video games or whatever you do while that cake is baking, it doesn't make you lazy, right? We can't be busy all the time. We need some downtime. So allow yourself to have some breaks. Allow yourself to find other things that keep you busy. I don't want to be all cliche here, but like they say, a watched pot never boils. You have to put your attention elsewhere in the downtime. Just do your best, do the work, and leave the rest to time. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Hermit. So Cancer, some of you may have Virgo in your moon or rising, and that part of you may be coming up. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. But this, whatever it is, whatever the case, whether it's you, regardless of if you have Virgo in your chart or not, if this is you coming into this energy, or a hermit-like person stepping into your life over the weekend time, the whole thing here is there's something happening with teaching and spiritual development and spiritual growth. What's jumping out at me, and it's very interesting because I've used this deck many times. It's not a new deck for me. In fact, you can see how like beat up the edges are there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Yeah. I mean, this deck has been used. It's not new by any means. But it's the first time this has jumped out at me about this card. Is there's like a diamond here, like in the heart, and it's just like bursting. So you could have, for some of you, this is a Virgo person. It could be a parent or an older relative or a mentor who maybe is passing something on to you. Okay, and it's coming from the heart. They mean well. It's very genuine. I almost feel like for some of you, you're receiving an approval that maybe for a very long time you feel like it has escaped you or you haven't heard it. And this person is like, letting you know that you're doing a good job or you're on the right path. And they might be giving you some advice or some guidance because they're preparing to pass the torch or to pass the lamp over to you. Okay? Or they know that you're coming into a time when you're going to have a lot more responsibilities on your shoulders, and they're just really wanting to help and to prepare you to be walking down that path. The Hermit is an energy of being alone but not being lonely. And so, I'm sorry, there's lots of noise coming from outside. There's a lot of energy here of being alone but not feeling lonely, kind of enjoying the solitude. So I almost feel like someone's preparing you for that leadership or preparing you to be on your own. And it could be because they're wanting to go off and they're wanting to be on their own. Somebody's passing something over to you. Some of you are stepping over into headship in your family. Sometimes that happens with, well, not sometimes, it always happens in every generation. As one generation gets older, the generation that raises them gets older, and, people start passing away. And don't freak out. I'm not saying somebody's passing away this week. But what'll happen is those people who were kids and they grew up, somebody kind of becomes the decision maker in the family. Like, what are we gonna do with Aunt so and so? And Uncle Joe needs an operation, but he doesn't have enough money. Let's get some money together and help Uncle Joe. Or there's always this person who will come in and be like the matriarch or the patriarch. So Cancer, some of you are stepping into that role, and there could be an older family member who's maybe giving you some guidance and some advice, because they're going to be kind of taking the back seat, because maybe they're getting older and they're on their own spiritual journey and they're going to be busy with different things, and they know that they're not always going to be around. So they're telling you now what you mean to them. They're giving you advice now. They're trying to help you step into being able to walk that road, and be able to do so with confidence. Some of you are coming into like the traditional aspect of the hermit, which is being a spiritual teacher or a mentor, going into that cocoon and coming out the butterfly. So some of you are having a spiritual awakening. But for whatever reason, and I have to tell you guys, this is the first time I've ever read this card in that way. What I was saying about somebody coming in and giving you approval and like teaching you and preparing you to take over. I've never gotten that feeling from this card before, but that is the feeling it's giving me in this reading for you all. So that could be true for some of you or for many of you. But whatever is happening, Cancer, you are definitely stepping into or preparing to step into some kind of awakening and leadership. Okay, so that's very exciting in itself as well. Check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. Also, sometimes it's a little bit more like a personal reading because you're gathering little bits of information that are specific to your energy and your planetary makeup, your alignments. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. There's a link in the description to Calendly to schedule with me. Last I checked, there were a couple of spots available for next week before I go on vacation for a few weeks. So there's going to be a few weeks where I'm not doing any private readings, and then beginning of June I'll be back. You guys will still get the weekly forecasts posting. You'll still get the daily posts on social media. That's not going to stop. I just need to recharge. I'm going to take a break from private readings. I'm like nobody. I'm not even going to read for friends. Like, no private readings for a few weeks so that I can get organized and start planning to do with the channel what I was supposed to do with the channel when I started it a year ago. I started the channel 2 years ago. I didn't post anything for a year. And then a year ago when I started posting, I was going to do more meditation stuff, more like connecting with intuition, chakra healing, all of that stuff. And it never quite happened because the readings picked up so fast. I'm still going to do readings. I'm still going to give you guys the weekly videos, but I'm just going to take this quote-unquote vacation time to do some planning and some preparation for bringing you guys like just more nutritious, spiritual, nutritious videos, something with a little bit more meat. You'll still get this other content. It's not going anywhere, but it's time for a little bit more, guys. It's time for me to step it up. So I'm going to take some time and do that. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I love you guys. Have a fabulous week.